Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spyro 2. I am, as ever, your host, the Lore Runner. Same set of, people who funded it.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? It looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah. I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork.
Well, the intro is already better than the first one.
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon! Huh? Whoa! Rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Huh? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons.
But then what are you?
Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You hate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here.
God, it is Morgana.
I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Well, you see, Spyro 1 sold well enough to get a sequel. Okay, so now I can alt-tab. Because it looks like the stream thing isn't updating, which it occasionally does. Clear all these. Get rid of all these nonsense positives. Get out of here, get out of here. Ugh. Positives. Ugh, I say. Ugh. Disgusting. Pika, I don't know what about no ruminations is not clear. So I'm going to say this one more time and hope that it gets through. No more ruminations. The end. Sorry, give me a moment. Usually I have a whole lot of paperworky stuff I do before I start a new stream, but I'm kind of pressed for time today. So, sorry, give me a second. Before anybody asks, the Star Trek stuff was recorded literally 2 years ago at this point. In fact, we're getting to the 2+ year range now. I can blame everyone, Mr. Red, especially someone who's been in stream the entire time while I've said it 3 times in a row. Okay, so... yeah, the Trek stuff should end in March, I want to say? Something like that. I mean, probably Lana win. The fact that people still haven't picked up on the fact that I have a website after 8 years, I want to say, is something that I try to turn into a joke, but honestly pisses me right the hell off. So, shrug, as they say. So. Oh yeah, and for those of you who haven't heard, we're not covering new track. That's a good idea, Blade Chaval. Hang on, let me pull up my Twitch page really quick here. Let's just pull this up. Scroll down a little bit on my Twitch page, just a little bit. Hey, look, thelorerunner.com. It's right there, and if you click it, there's this big old button that says lorerunner.com on it, and if you click it, it leads to lorerunner.com. Holy crap! It's right there. Ah! We even finally added a command for it. Exclamation mark website. Zero has this. Oh my god. Alright, whatever.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and...
oh, he's a lizard. Okay.
Gems. Can you stop them?
Lizards are very different from dragons. I know, Bledgeball. It's just... god damn it. It's okay, I get it. Honestly, it wouldn't even piss me off if not for other things, so I'm just gonna let that one go. Die! Die, lizard! So same rules. We're going to be attempting 100%ing. We are not promising anything. We never promise anything. And I'm sure glad that they cower in fear when I murder them. It just adds that extra little... it's like the salt, you know? Just a pinch of salt. Oh, goody. 2 and 3 require backtracking. We'll see how that is. Backtracking, as I've said many times, is not inherently bad. The reason backtracking has a bad rep is because it's usually bad. But there is such a thing as good backtracking. I prefer almonds, Space Cadet. Well, we still have all the features we had last time. Good backtracking, yeah, Super Metroid. Bam! Alright. Come on, throw me a hard one. So we're just going to kind of copy-paste some of the positives here. Because they're the exact same positives. So, boop. Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on. There we go. 2 plus 2 is 87, obviously. Let's see. We also need to debate brickwork, sprite work, intro. Humor. Character. Animation. Interesting, Mr. Ed. Mass Effect 3. We have to see if we give a plus to Mass Effect 3. Very important. Music. Tutorialization. I love how it's always telling me tutorialization's not a word. It's like... I feel like tutorialization is actually a word. Maybe it's not, Unfortunately, this is also going to be a carryover negative. Hi, Bamber. Yeah, Lord knows I have no hesitance about inventing words, but I'm pretty sure tutorialization is actually a word. Now, can I just, like, add that to my personal... Yeah, here we go. Stop bugging me about that. Jesus. World building. World building's a word! What? Okay. I think that's all of the... Oh, nope, we gotta think about camera, too. Okay, so we're kind of starting off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with that. And this is all basically just stuff that kind of comes with the collection here. Okay, now we can actually progress finally. Sorry, like I said, there's usually some paperwork I do in between streams, but we're in a bit of a rush. For once, you can actually accuse me of being in a rush.
Spyro, I'm a friend of Alora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress. Like this.
Well, save points are cool.
Means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
Yeah, I got a little over an hour in me before I have to start getting ready to go. So let's see what we can get done in the interim. Oh yeah, speaking of negatives. Goddamn bear.
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders. And it looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
I don't know how to climb. But... Okay. You have learned breathing. Well, let's talk to Jackass.
Ah, you must be the dragon everyone's talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
Can I kill you instead? Like, is that an option?
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again when you have even more gems.
Can someone do me a favor and look up the voice actor for Moneybags? Because he sounds extraordinarily familiar. Please.
To get a good look around, press the action button. Try using action to look around this cave.
I don't think it's Stephen Fry, although that would be hysterical. J.B. Blanc, okay. Not a super prolific person, but I do recognize the name. I should probably make this so I can actually see my freaking chat a little bit better. There we go. Murder, murder, murder. So, real talk. I'm going to do something a little bit strange. Everybody currently present, I want you to go ahead and jot down a guess for how well this game is going to review. Now, and you're probably thinking, but you're right at the beginning. But you know how well Spyro 1 scored, which is a 42 point something. So what I want you to do is I want you to guess right now. Like, as of today, you know, you've got like the next hour. Because the boiled down question is, do you think it's going to score better or worse? Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me facilitate this. Hang on. I got a better idea. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm going to add another column, okay? Like we do sometimes. And there's going to be 3 options. Better, worse, same. And you can kind of say better, worse, or same and see how. Why is it? Unlink. And you can say, do you think it's going to be better, worse, or the same than Spyro 2? And we'll have that as like a separate game with a separate winner and all that stuff. There we go. That way we can have our cake and eat it too. Same, let's say 1 is the range on same. So if it's 41 point whatever to 43 point whatever, that would qualify as same. I changed my mind. Let's make the range 10. So if it's 32 to 52, that would be same. Kind of not, but, you know, whatever. Kill some ladybugs. Ladybugs must die. What a weird question, Eva. Why would you ask me that? Are you secretly trying to gauge my particular weaknesses in order to slowly usurp my empire? I mean, I'm pretty sure at least some yahoos somewhere in the world would support Caesar's Legion because they're insane or evil. So, no, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I should probably mention I don't remember 2 or 3 as well as I do 1. Probably because 1 was very memorable. For good and for bad. Okay. We can't make that jump. Alright.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Okay.
Nice shooting! Follow me to the next lizard.
Uh-oh. There's mini games. There's mini games. Oh god. As the score slowly descends into the depths.
You can spit pretty far, Spyro. See if you can spit all the way to the lizard.
Okay. Done.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press the action button to aim, then press the attack button to spit.
I guess you're above me, Ralph. As opposed to what exactly?
You can pick up a rock in your mouth by just walking up to it. You can pick up a rock in your mouth.
Actually, I have Europe. I didn't care for it much. It was, however, filled with sugar, and that was just kind of weird. I mean, I had cranberry sauce last Sunday, so that's a semi-regular thing. I don't, do I? Okay, never mind. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We're good. We're good.
Yay! You've saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Thanks. I got a thing. I don't know what it is, but I got it. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving, honestly. It's one of the few holidays I actually like the idea of. Probably thinking, but why, Lore? Evil! And I'm like, yeah, but that was a while ago. I'm just glad for the idea of giving thanks. You know? Now, you're probably thinking, oh, so you should just put a smile on even though life sucks. That's up to you. But I suppose for me, the point of Thanksgiving is to hopefully have something to be thankful for. Got that portal. I think that's actually it at the moment, is this portal. So let's see what this is. Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all. Okay. Okay, sure, I can hang with this. I mean, yeah, exactly, Space Cadet. It's not like life is miles and roses, right? But to quote a game I covered recently, it's the little things, isn't it? What's that up here? The dirt patch, which I don't know what to do with yet, so we'll come back to that. Creamy, creamy frosting. Oh, I see how it is, Summercom. You're too good for the Lore Walkers. I knew it! I knew it! Oh man, I should totally get some donuts when I'm heading out. Oh, speaking of which. That's nice. I opened the wrong program because I'm stupid. There we go. Before I forget to ask, comma, since this will be my last grocery trip for a couple of days, comma, is there anything you want me to pick up on the way up? Question mark. I mean, that's up to you, Savacom. That was a hell of a trip. I think the Secret of the Stars stream at least should be in the running for best stream, for winning best stream of the year. As a reminder, for those of you who haven't heard, we will be doing a Lore Walker's Games of the Year thing in January, specifically. We have a few categories, you know, best game, best story, worst gameplay, etc., etc. Then we also have some things like your favorite moments in a game, or your least favorite moments in a game, or your favorite stream, you know, stuff like that, right? And we'll be doing a vote for that once I figure out how to fly properly. We should probably reset the timer on that. FF14 was this year, believe it or not.
Great! The Superfly power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps. Flame all the lamps quickly, and the big gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
Cool. But I'll be right back. Anyways. But I just want people to be thinking about that. Like I said, the vote will be in January. Anything that we streamed... I don't think I can make that. Anything we streamed in this year counts. That's how we're doing it. And I really wish I came up with that idea, but actually Bamber came up with that idea. And that's a brilliant idea, because the only reason we stopped doing those was because we kind of stopped playing games that were new. Just by logical discourse. By math. So, anything from Portal 2 up to whatever we finish December on will qualify. Most obscure game streamed? I don't think Head On would necessarily win that one.
Lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems.
We've streamed some interesting games this year. Ones you've probably forgotten, which just sort of makes my point for me. And I'll think about it. Yeah, I got about it too. Most obscure game streamed. Yeah, I was gonna say, how many people have heard of Tiny and Big? Or Mummy Demastered, honestly. We're also going to have most sushi and most coffee. That's for you, obviously. In other words, the game that was the most coffee game for you, the game that was the most sushi game for you, etc. Of the ones we streamed this year. Okay, so I've gotten a bunch of gems, done a bunch of things, killed a bunch of folks. I'm not actually sure what to do next. Well, I hadn't heard of Frambo Savacom, which should probably answer your question.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this Talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
It's a pickaxe.
This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
But we haven't finished. We also can't finish, apparently. So we're just going to move on for now. Hey, the load times aren't terrible.
Oh, no. Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Yeah, no, it's really Morgana now that I'm listening for it. Best use of other songs in a game that's copywronged? Problem is, we only have 2 entries for that whole poll. Star Wars Bounty Hunter and STO. Oh, I guess we have Tor as well, sorry. So we've got 3 entries, which ironically, and I swear I'm not making this up, I actually already made up a rule going forwards that we can't do a category unless we have at least 4 entries for it. I swear I'm not making that up. It's something Rax and I were talking about when we were discussing ideas. Besides, we know Tor would win that. I actually put thought into, like, character themes and everything in Tor. Alright, so... I was gonna write something down and it's gone now. Damn it! You know, I've never thought about it, Evo. Let's lean towards... Yes, but they look like Star Wars, and so nobody uses them because they're kind of crap. Let's go with that. Two monitors was a game changer when I started doing that. If I am mid-game, then it doesn't count. That's the same reason why Portal 2 counts for 2022, because we finished Portal 2 in 2022. That's the cutoff. Oh yeah, Savacom asked a question I wanted to answer. Savacom said, what's the dumbest thing you think streamers typically do? I want to stress that I mean this with absolute and total sincerity. Dress in bikinis, or otherwise try to sex it up. I have very strong and very angrifying thoughts about that. And it's actually hard for me to even have a normal discussion on the matter because of how much it pisses me off how much certain individuals have been literally, fundamentally, objectively, and provably ruining streams. Ruining Twitch, I should say. Because of the fact that they sit there in a bikini and make $1 bagrillion and are one of the most viewed people on Twitch. And you might think, well, who cares? We talked about this yesterday, right? On the one hand, Jurassic World being one of the most best-selling films of all time, who cares, right? But except for the fact that when that much money is involved, and that kind of a thing is proven to work, other people will do that thing, and that's why it's actually making Twitch worse, because this is not one streamer doing this. It's spreading. I legitimately, no memes, no jokes, no prudishness, okay? You want to go sit naked and talk to your viewers, go do that on a porn stream where that belongs. But you doing that over here on Twitch is literally causing long-term detrimental effects to the nature of the platform. And yeah, Amaranth, which I hate to even name drop, but she's the worst at this by far, literally does sleeping streams. Please process that for a minute. Please think about the fact that she makes a huge amount of money while sleeping, and a lot of people are willing to throw money at her to watch her sleep. That's not just weird. That's honestly, I'm gonna go so far as to say that's messed up. Really, like I'm actually pretty lenient on regards to what you want to do with regards to pornography. I don't care, but you know the funny thing is I actually don't think she's attractive at all. Have you ever seen her? Good God, she looks like a porn star. There's a reason for that, but no, it's just... What? It reminds me of something we talked about over in Mass Effect 1, which I only remember because I was helping doing the highlight reels of that literally just last night. If you remember, in Mass Effect 1, there's a bit where there's a jellyfish. Hold up. Oh my god, we're not water-soluble. Yeah, exactly, Space Cadet. And so there's a certain jellyfish in the promenade area, right? And they want to preach about the enkindlers. And we actually had a mini discussion about that. Because if you want to go preach about your religion, that's fine. Really. But there's two things that I agree with regards to said preaching. One is you have a basic barrier to entry. That's the license fee, 150 credits, which is a joke in Mass Effect. The other is that you do it where it's allocated for, time and place, right? That's the preaching area. You go there to preach, people go there to be preached at. Boom. There's a tremendous amount of logic and reason to that. It's not unreasonable to say that if you want to sit there and do a pornographic stream, you should do it on a pornographic site and not Twitch. Oh, and if you're wondering why Twitch lets people like her get away with this, it's because she makes a crap ton of money, which means Twitch makes a crap ton of money. That's it. That's the answer. That's all there is to it. That pisses me off, too, by the way.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit.
I feel like we already heard this, but okay. So I only know this because one time I was pulling up Twitch to pull up Guido's stream on a Thursday when we're doing our D&D things. And she was in the recommended thing, and the thumbnail was her in what I can only refer to as, like a string bikini. Like, whatever you're picturing when you think of a string bikini, that's how much clothing she was wearing. One of the other things that I am, of course, not personally involved in, but I do still care about, you know, intellectually and fundamentally and philosophically, is Twitch likes to be extremely inconsistent with how it applies its rules to whom. There are streamers who have done things, and they have been slammed down or banned or whatever for them, even though those things are done by other streamers who have no repercussions for them. And of course, the reason those other streamers have no repercussions is because they make more money, because that's the actual consistency in Twitch's thing. The larger of a streamer you are, the more they care about you and are willing to bend the rules for you. That's not presumption, that's straight fact. It's one of the only things I have that actually makes me worried about my own streaming career. That's one of the reasons I tend to be very careful about my streams, because I am a dinky little streamer they don't give a crap about. They could just ban me and never even notice my absence.
Hey, Spyro. Ripto smashed this bridge, so I guess you'll have to glide across it. Press the jump button, then press jump again while you're still in the air to glide.
Okay. How did you get over here so quickly? In fact, hold up, hold up. Yep, nope, he's straight up teleported. Wow. Yep, it's the only thing to do about someone like that is to join them for every $20 donated. I'll take off. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
dragonfly following you around is your health indicator, Spyro. The brighter he is, the more hit points you have.
I was gonna say, what? Are they streaming Call of Duty, Bamber? Because that would make sense.
Sorry, Spyro. I'd love to teach you how to swim underwater, but not as much as I'd love to take your treasure.
Oh, you've got to be friendly kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Hang on one second. Well, that sucks. I might just straight up reorder that rather than deal with this crap. That is the third time in the last month that UPS has decided it's too difficult to deliver to you. So we're going to deliver it to the local UPS store instead. Can you buy it there instead, please? Can you head to the local UPS store? Just way out of your way and open in inconvenient hours. In order to get your stupid goddamn package. Okay, whatever. For those of you not aware, it's a half-hour drive to the UPS store from here. So that's not any kind of in my way. That is an aggravation to get out there and grab and then come back. There are ways.
Spyro, you look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press the jump button.
In order to make that slightly less irritating, but not many.
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press the jump button, then press jump.
In fact, what I'm probably going to do is try to refund that and say, yeah, it wasn't delivered. Because it wasn't.
Nice job. Now, try to do a hover. Press the jump button. To hover, press the To hover, press the action button during your glide.
Apparently I'm too angry to even read the direction properly. You okay there, Hunter? Hunter?
To hover, press the action button during your glide.
Okay, what?
To hover, press the action button during your glide.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, whatever.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
Why do you want holograms, Evo? Let's cut through the meat. Why do you want holograms to be a thing? Okay, so we've got Colossus over there. We got an orb of Adar, which we super cannot reach. And we've got whatever this is. Load times are better. Why does it... I'm gonna pretend I never saw that. Okay.
Spyro! The idols we were carving have come to life! They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food!
What do you eat? Gem? Oh, you probably do eat gems, actually. Never mind. That's one way to open a locked gate. Zach have to ask, since we're not doing ruminations anymore, what's going to replace them? I'm going to end the sentence there because that's as far as the question needs to go. The answer is, of course, nothing. If people want an additional summary on top of the 3 that already exist, well, then it kind of sucks to be them. Because we already have so there's the stream, which is the total, raw data. Not summarized at all. And then there's the, the golden number and the final thoughts and the actual stream summarization itself, the document that I keep track of, which of course is also available on the site after any given video goes, or stream finishes up. Then, if we want to summarize, so hang on, I'm saying this in the wrong order. It's like there's the stream, then there's the review document, then there's the final thoughts, then there's the golden number. That's 4 separate presentations of the review. I don't think they need a 5th.
Those metal shields are making enemies in...
Yes, I know how to do that, thank you. Okay. So, the reason I'm not going to give you an answer right now, Evo, is you've just asked to add a game-changer technology to the setting. Now, that's fine. That's something that will take a lot of thought and effort and care, because that's a sea change. That is a very extensive... Like, that kind of hologram technology can be used for an absolutely ludicrous amount of things, as most kind of things can. And I usually hesitate to be like, yeah, sure, let's add transporters to the setting, to use an example. So the reason I don't have an answer for you right now is because that's going to take a lot of thought. Yeah, that's even assuming we keep it just as straight holograms. Then there's hard light, which is its own problem. There's also the fact that holograms inherently presume a level of 2-dimensional, right? So, sure, done, Mr. Red. So 2-dimensional communication naturally implies that there's something on the other end of the hologram, which allows them to see what they're interacting with. And now that could be part of the holographic interface itself, the thing presenting the hologram. Or it could not, but one way or another, we are establishing a 2-way communication system that can go just about anywhere, and can do so stealthily if you're paying attention. So all of a sudden we've opened this up for spying, among other things. Never mind actual sabotage. So, like I said, that's a bit of a sea change. I'm gonna have to think on that for a while. My knee-jerk thought is, of course, to simply limit the tech quite a bit.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. But for the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
Thanks. It's gross. Nah, we didn't add good death metal, only bad death metal. The Tigians enjoy it, ironically. The other problem is... So, hang on, I didn't finish my sentence. So I mentioned we could just limit the tech, but the problem is limiting the tech means effectively redesigning the physics of the setting. Because as Evo herself literally just mentioned, the further a timeline goes along, the more likely that any limitations will be overcome by simple tech progression. So, for example, let's say we make basic, terrible holograms which only function under very limited circumstances. Cool. About 100 years later, there's a pretty good chance that in the last century, they've been able to develop that tech a little bit to the point where it's a little bit more useful, a little bit more broken. Hence why it's like, As much as I encourage underthought in fiction, gotta have that underthought. Okay. Not actually what I was expecting, but I'll take it. Down? Oh, right, we can't swim yet. See, you're just making my point for me, Diddy. Because visual media has existed for 100 years and has done nothing but get better. That's actually a good point too, Evo. Or yeah, you know, communication devices. That's another one. We've come a little bit far from, you know, the fastest means of communication is a dude on a horse. It's always vaguely amused me how crap holograms are on Star Wars. There's never really a reason given for that other than just the aesthetic. I have no idea, Triaxia. I mean, now it's something I gotta think about, Evo. My workload has just increased. So, yeah, I'm gonna say we're good for now.
Oh!
Okay.
Hello there, Spyro. Great. Okay. When you jump in the water, you can use your left stick to move around the surface. Use the charge button to dive underwater. When you're underwater, use the jump button to paddle and charge button to charge.
Okay, for just a second, as my gems were vanishing while I was paddling, I was like, oh my god! Does it use gems to steer? Like, is that my fuel? Is gems? That would be funny. I mean, the steam engine was one of the big ones, along with, in my opinion, the printing press. You know, the really big changes in technological progress.
You're well on your way, Spyro. Keep collecting talismans to help us defeat Ripto before he can take over Avalar. Oh, and keep collecting those orbs, too. The professor thinks they will help you get back to the Dragon World.
So you summoned me without a way to send me back. Is that what I'm hearing here? mean, it's not the best boss fight ever.
I saw something shiny at the top of this wall. You could probably get it, but you'll have to learn how to climb first.
Damn it. Alright. Hi, Jonathan. I won't either. In fact, we're cutting off in like half an hour. They bow, Zacto. God, no, Jobbin. So way back when I first started estimating how long games were, I used how long to beat. And then how long to beat just kept being wildly, massively just inaccurate. Good God.
Well, good to see you, Spyro. I used to remember how to lower this wall behind me, but I seem to have temporarily forgotten. If you had more money, it might jog my memory.
I hate you.
Hi, Spyro. This talisman door will only open if you have all 6 Summer Forest talismans. Once the door is open, Ripto and Crush will be waiting in the dungeon.
Cool. Yeah, I'm here to save your world, you jackass, and your bank. I understand greed is a thing, but come on, dude. Rein it in a little bit. But if he's a snake, he couldn't rub his giant fat belly. Okay.
We've always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you find diodes, you can use them to turn off the force fields. I think there's a diode around here somewhere, but my eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Maybe get rid of all the lightning in front of your eyes. That's probably extremely unhealthy. Well, the last one did, Eva, so we'll have to see if this one does. Yep, there's the force field. Played The Hobbit? I didn't know The Hobbit had a game. Unless you're talking about like one of the older ones. There's one on the SNES I've played. I remember that one. And I feel like there's another one in the old PC stuff. Ah, PS2, then no. Any PS2 game that's not extremely mainstream, I've probably never heard of. Or played, rather. I have played a few minutes of Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the Lego, but not past that. Not on purpose, I was just playing a friend's copy briefly. Okay, I'm not sure why that happened, but sure. I accept. I mean, and I don't mean this as anything jobbing, but I mean, it's a collectathon. That's the point. Run around, get the stuff. I was hungry, Evo. What do you want from me? Most collectathon games I've encountered are pretty chill. There's only a few that drift into what I would call really engaging games. Death, Mr. Red. Bad death metal. Oh no, chill games definitely serve a good purpose in life. Sure, I actually really like relaxing by, you know, doing some super hard challenge mode thing in a platformer. But there's nothing wrong with getting home after a long day at work, being frustrated by your boss who just will not listen to you no matter how many times you keep telling him you're gonna need more resources to finish this project. And you're like, you know what, I just feel like chilling. So you just pop in a game and relax for a bit. Hang on, I need to go murder Milkor Blade really quick, please. Give me a second. But yeah, the whole point is that that's just chill games. Whatever it is that's chill for you is chill for you. And that's awesome. Listen, Evo, I'm not using real-life examples. One time, I think I've actually told this story before. One time, not my boss, but one of the bosses at a place I worked insisted that we come up with a health model for people who weren't our customers. Now, if that's too vague for you to understand just how nightmarishly bonkers stupid of an idea that is, let me try to explain this a little bit, okay? So a health model is exactly what it sounds like. It's the model for how to deal with problems for that customer. Because every customer has different circumstances and situations, or resources, or times of availability, or whatever, right? So we sit down with the customer and we say, how would you like us to deal with these kinds of problems? We write out a health model. And it usually develops over time. It's a living document, so we have to adapt and change it as things go on. So this gentleman wanted to set up health models, which I remind you is a fairly large amount of time and effort, for people who were not our customers. Now, yeah, I was going to say, that's stupid on the face of it. Then I want you to remember that the only way to set up a health model is to sit down and spend a fairly large amount of time and effort with the customer determining their needs and wants with dealing with problems.
These gear grinder thieves keep taking our lightning stones. If you can replace them all and activate our generator, I'd be very grateful.
Difficulty 4? Oh, Jesus, okay. Let's see how this goes, then. It's one of the only times in my life I've had to actually stare at one of my bosses and try to explain to them how mind-bogglingly stupid what they just said is. It's a unique sensation because you don't just want to say, "You're dumb and that's stupid," because that's not going to go over well. So I'm sitting there, I remember sitting there processing how to respond to that. Like, well, what ended up happening was my boss shot him down immediately and said, "No, that's a waste of time and effort." Because other managers can do something like that. I think I've said this before. My direct boss, my direct reporting line at that job, was actually pretty legit. One of the better bosses I've ever had. Are they just spawning? What is happening here? With all due respect, you're a complete moron and I hate you. The universe would be a better place if you died. Respectfully. I believe it was, oh god. Ashley who said that, right? Why is it whenever someone says, "with all due respect," what they really mean is "kiss my ass"? Yeah, this is an interesting mini-game. Go back and forth and kill the same two people over and over. This is listed as a 4-star difficulty minigame. I feel like I'm either bugging this out or missing something. Because I really am just going back and forth. Killing these fools. When did Spyro 2 come out? The original, obviously. They did it.
Thanks for getting rid of the gear grinder thieves. Now all you have to do is replace all the lightning stones.
Okay. Where do they need to be? 99. Wow. That's honestly more recent than I thought it was. Oh, I have no idea, Triax, yeah. Oops. Rushed to meet a Christmas deadline. Now there's a phrase I've never heard before.
Thank you, Spyro. I found this shiny thing mixed up with our lightning stones. Please, take it as a reward.
Well, so far Leopard's irritating, and Fawn Girl is a tutorial bot. So I don't really have much to say about the two NPCs yet. They're very kids show. Not in a good way.
Spyro, you've deactivated all of the electric barriers. We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as a reward.
Yeah, we've already met Moneybags a couple of times. He's a dick. See you around, Javin. Remember how I went out of my way to make it so that scanning technology wasn't extremely overpowered in my setting, Evo? If you were to have perfect holograms, as in the ability to perfectly decide what specific thing you were sending to a location or whatever, among many other things, you would have perfect spying technology. Because you don't have to send an image, you can just send nothing. And then just have someone sitting there watching, you know, a room, for example, and nobody knows they're there because there's nothing to interact with. Okay, Mr. Red. I assume any percent? Now that's just off the top of my head, Eva, which is sort of my point. I bet if I actually sat down and thought about it, I could think of all kinds of things you could do with that sort of technology. I'm not much of a exploiter by heart, but I bet if I actually was like, alright, so you have perfect hologram technology, what do you come up with? And I could just run that by a few people and they could come up with other things that would also be similarly overpowered. Now, something being overpowered isn't necessarily a bad thing, as weird as that may sound, as long as it's properly accommodated for. But that's my point. Adding something that strong means adjusting everything else to adjust for it. Okay, so we figured out how to do that, but we haven't figured out how to get up yet. So one possible limitation that already occurred to me is maybe you need the holographic projectors on both sides to make the thing work. And that's fine, but then time and tech is going to make, you know, smaller and smaller and more efficient versions of those. Because, to use a random example, we'll borrow from both Star Trek and Star Wars. If you're going to be able to carry on a conversation with someone else, and the other person sees a hologram, and you, of course, see a hologram at that end, that pretty much necessitates the kind of two-way information that is required to make that kind of communication happen. Let me put this in very, very, very simple terms. Even doing that would still enable you to, for example, dial up the webcam without actually activating it. This is that. I don't have a way up. This is... Okay, so, can I go ahead and admit, I'm not going to ding the game for this, but one of the reasons I don't like this type of backtracking in a collectathon is I never know if there's something I should be able to do, or if there's something I shouldn't. Because it's not often indicated you need X power-up to progress. Like the ladder, sure. You need the ladder to progress. Done. Fine. But I don't know if I'm actually done here right now, or if there's just something I'm missing. And thus I am de-incentivized from continuing to explore and try to figure out the puzzle because I'm not sure the puzzle even exists. That's why I don't like that kind of game design. I prefer being able to walk into a level and 100% it in a collectathon, specifically. Because I walked into the level. You know, the fact that I have access to the level means I have everything I need to do the level. As is, I'm going to assume that I cannot do this and move on. I was gonna say, just saying something can't be hacked is already kind of eyebrow raising, Evo. Ah, there we go.
Your game camera is currently in passive mode. This, if you'd like. Okay, I won't change it.
Yeah, like this. I obviously know I don't have the ladder there, so sure. But the other thing, Either way, I think we've saved. That probably qualifies as a save. We're going to go ahead and chop off now, so I can do some paperwork and get ready and head out. Tomorrow, we might stream. I don't promise it at all. No guarantees on that in any direction. However, we will definitely be streaming at the very latest Friday, so I hope to see you there for more Spyro 2.